Hey, hello friend, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the software supply chain failure. We are looking where the call is coming from inside your dependency. So first need to know what is the software supply chain failure. In modern application, unlike Lego set, we don't write every line of code. Instead, we import library from NPM, PyPy or GitHub. A supply chain failure happens when an attacker compromises one of these libraries. You are not being hacked because your code is bad. You being hacked because you touched the wrong stranger. So then, what to hunt? Source code review. In the source code review, you don't look at the .js or .py file first. You look at the manifest file. So first is the dependency manifest. In the source code review, the dependency manifest file like packet.json, requirement.txt or pom.xml is this nutrition level. Is the nutrition level of your application. Listing listing every third party ingredient you have imported. To hunt for supply chain failure here. To hunt for supply chain failure here, you are not looking at your own logic but at the name and version of your guests. Watch out for type squatting while library name slightly misspelled to trick you installing a malicious code, and avoid version wildcard that pull unverified updated automatically. If you see a manifest full of paint and verify version and a corresponding log file, the developer is in control. If it mess up unknown packages and outdated version, the front door is wide open for supply chain attack. The next is a build pipeline CI/CD. In your CI/CD pipeline section, you are looking at the conveyor belt, the build your software. If this if this is compromised, an attacker can inject malicious code into your app after you have finished writing it, making the breach making the breach invisible in your source code. When you review file like .github plus workflow or Jenkins file, keep an eye out for unverified script like curl brass command pulling a random URL which can turn your build server into a malware factory. A secure pipeline uses least privilege permission and pin action using specific hash instead of version tag, ensuring that the tool building your code are just as trustworthy as the code itself. Let's jump into our lab. Okay, it's simple patient check-in system. Look at the system status. We are using library called healthlogger.js. Notice the single G. That is a type squatting package. I accidentally install it. Now, watch what happened in the network tab when I sign the patient name. Uh, the app says success, but behind the scene, that third-party library is base64 encoding that patient name and exploiting the attacker server. Here it is. So my code didn't leak, but the data code did not leak. The data dependency did. So what happened here? Let's try again. Yeah, there it is. I stole user credential. So that's how work type squatting attack. Now have to fix. How to fix it? You cannot stop using library, but you can stop being a victim. Here is the fix. First, generate SBOM tool. SBOM tool is that list all component and dependency used in an application. You need to nutrition level for your app so you know exactly what the insight. Next, using tool like Sing, GitHub, Dependot or NPM audit. If library has known a CB, this tool will scream at you before you deploy. Then the NCO, then check log file. This ensures that the version of the code you test in depth is the exact same code that run in the production. And last, not the least, verify signature. Only pull package from verify maintainer and sign your own code, own container image. Sign your own container image. That was the how you fix it. Now conclusion. The supply chain is a new front line of cybersecurity. If you don't know who wrote your code, you don't own your security. If you don't know who wrote your code, it's mean you don't own your security. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Stay secure and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का, लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए, 5,000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए।